the monster. Oof. That's a badass guy he beat too. Broke him down. Ooh.
Culminating with Moses' performance against a guy who's never ever been stopped. Tough guy. Caught him with a good shot as well. Caught him on the whiskers. And he was very, when you look, he's just turned 21 and you look at his composure, his professionalism, and how he went about his job. It just broke him down. And the shots he stopped him with at the end, they were just phenomenal.
Did you expect the fight to go like that?
I did, but yeah, it was good. Good test up until that point.
Mike Tyson didn't hold back when reacting to Moses Itauma's devastating knockout of Jermaine Franklin, openly admitting the young heavyweight
airy.
He's better than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was a little like that. Just as good.
He looks like a f***ing pop star.
Oh, wait till he get on these motherfuckers.
The most efficient hunting machine in all of boxing.
He's vicious.
From the opening bell, Moses Itauma fought with clear intent, pressing forward with speed and sharp combinations that immediately put Jermaine Franklin on the defensive. Franklin struggled to match the younger fighter's tempo as Itauma dictated the pace early, forcing him backward and trapping him against the ropes while
Itauma knocks out the 989 assassin, Jermaine Franklin, in round 5. It was brutal, it was hard, he even gave him a little slip punch after the knockout. What'd you do?
Boxing journalist Mike Coppinger praised the moment on social media, writing, "What a knockout. A blistering left uppercut sends Jermaine Franklin flat on his face in round 5. Moses Itauma is impossible to overhype right now the way he looks." After the fight, Franklin admitted he strayed from his original strategy, abandoning discipline and getting pulled into exchanges that allowed Itauma to control the rhythm and land the punches that eventually led to the knockout.
I feel like I got a little bit away from the coach's game plan. I got caught with a punch. I got dropped. I feel like I could have got up, but they stopped the fight.
Where do you feel you go from here?
I mean, the sky's the limit. Like I've never been a quitter, so just back to the drawing board. Got to change some shit up.
Fabio Wardley delivered a blunt reaction after watching Moses Itauma dismantle Jermaine Franklin, pointing out just how dangerous the performance truly was. Wardley also supported the referee's decision to stop the contest, stressing that Franklin was visibly hurt and needed protection rather than being allowed to continue taking punishment.
Moses Itauma with a destructive knockout. What did you make of it?
Yeah, look, fantastic performance. Fantastic performance. Won every round, picked them apart, up, down, mixed it up. Body, head, just showed everything we knew, but with a little bit more on top as well. And then obviously got the clean finish. Single punch knockout finish. No one else has been able to do that to Jermaine Franklin.
Did you expect the fight to go like that?
Yeah, to be honest, I predicted round 6.
Yeah.
I said 6-7 is what I said, because I knew Franklin was a tough man. You're gonna have to wear him a bit and break him down and wear him through and do a bit more with him. So yeah, it went pretty much how I had it.
And what do you make of Moses' general performance? You know, he got tagged a couple times. What do you make of it?
Yeah, look, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You're not going to swim without getting wet, and that comes with stepping up the levels, and that's what tonight was about. It was about stepping up to a higher level, showing if he can compete and eat more.
He explained that in moments like those, a fighter's safety must always come before pride. According to Wardley, the referee's responsibility is to step in when necessary and...
Where do you think Moses Itauma ranks in the heavyweight division?
Look, he's up there with some of the best. He's up there with some of the best. He's ranked #1 with the WBA and WBO for a reason. He is up there with the top boys.
Do you think that he could win a world title? You know, obviously, you've got one yourself. Do you think he can win one within 2026?
Yes, but boxing's a funny game. It's political. There's landscapes. There's certain ways you have to maneuver to get there to a world title shot. But yeah, look, if the opportunity was put in front of him to fight for a world title, then yeah, I definitely think he would.
Aside from yourself, do you think there's anyone in the heavyweight division that can beat Moses?
Sorry?
Aside from yourself, do you think there's anyone who you think can beat Moses?
I think the only real question mark lies around Alexander Usyk. That's one to be seen, one we don't know. But aside from that, again, along the rides, I think if he gets the right growth, the right type of fights, right building, no.
Boxing content creator Haynes shared his ringside perspective, saying if Moses Itauma can maintain this level, especially against the top 10 opponent like Filip Hrgovic, it would be extremely impressive. He noted Franklin had always been known for his toughness and durability, yet Itauma still managed to land a vicious uppercut that knocked him out in the 5th round. Promoter Frank Warren was equally full of praise after the dominant victory, suggesting the young heavyweight could be on the verge of something special.
Another week, another sold-out Queensbury show, another Moses Itauma knockout. This is just Queensbury, right?
It is. I mean, you know, this roller coaster we're on, it's not gone up. It's going, we're flying at the moment, and it was just a fabulous night. Great concept, the Magnificent Seven. Great fights all the way through, culminating with Moses' performance against a guy who's never ever been stopped.
Warren revealed the plan is to keep Itauma active, with another fight likely to take place soon as the heavyweight division continues to shift around the world titles. He hinted that with champions potentially vacating belts or facing mandatory challengers, Itauma could find himself entering the world title picture as early as 2026.
Him in just a sec. I just want to speak about you for a moment and your mindset going into this fight, this campaign, since this fight was signed. You know that you've got a great fighter on your hands here, but at the same time, you've got to manage him, you've got to go through his career properly. And you put fighters like this and you think, he could give him a test, take him the distance, and he could make it a horrible, ugly fight, and maybe Moses doesn't. But you've got to put him through that. Leading up to this, how did you feel coming up towards fight night, confidence-wise, that Moses wouldn't just win but shine?
I've got a lot of belief in him, and I believe that, you know, what we're good at is matchmaking. You know, we're good bringing, you know, youngsters through, young fighters in their career, and it was good matchmaking, and I felt that, you know, the speed that he's got, you know, the punch power he's got, and he's got a good boxing brain, and I think people underestimate that, and he showed that tonight.
He also stressed that defeating Jermaine Franklin, a fighter who had never been stopped before, sends a powerful message about Itauma's readiness for the next level. For Warren, the victory confirmed his belief that the right...
I just believe in him, and I believed that he would come through, and he did that, and he boxed extremely well, as I say, and showed a lot of professionalism in the way he went about his job, and done it in style. You can't do it no better than the way it ends.
We can talk superlatives in the ring of Moses Itauma all night. I was impressed watching him here in the press conference because he speaks like I didn't speak like that when I was 21, Frank.
Mature, isn't he? He's got a good head on his shoulder. He's very articulate. He's sensible. He doesn't. He's not boastful. He's quite respectful about boxing and the people boxing. He doesn't have to shout and, you know, make a noise to be seen. He does what he has to do in the ring, where he gets paid to do it, and the rest of it is just. I don't think even, you know, if he had his way, I don't think he'd even do press conferences. That's not the way he is. But you know, he's a joy to watch.
Daniel Dubois also reacted to Moses Itauma's brutal knockout with calm respect. Clearly impressed by the young fighter's power and accuracy, Dubois acknowledged the finish was serious and showed Itauma is a legitimate threat, while also making it clear that he would welcome the challenge if their paths cross.
Sports, they were talking boxing. Daniel Dubois, Moses Itauma just knocked out Jermaine Franklin. What did you make of that?
Yeah, what a shot. Yeah, put that together well.
A lot of people expected the fight to end in the first 3 rounds. It went a little bit longer. What did you make of Moses in the first half of the fight?
Coming on well. I mean, yeah, interesting.
You've got a big fight yourself. Fabio Wardley had a face-off. How's training been going for that?
Perfect. It's been going really well. I'm excited. I can't wait.
And you know, when you were young, obviously you've proved a lot in the heavyweight division. You've won the world title. Moses Itauma is highly touted, just like you were. Do you see similarities in yourself?
Yeah, he's on his path, and he's looking good.
Do you think your paths could ever collide?
Eventually, I think anything can happen. So, but I've got to take care of business first.
Do you see any weaknesses in Itauma's game?
I'm not going to give him away if I do.
Daniel, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Alexander Usyk, widely considered one of the most technically brilliant fighters of this generation, also shared his admiration for Moses Itauma. In a recent interview, Usyk praised the young heavyweight, describing him as a very talented fighter while highlighting his strength.
Come on. Moses Itauma, I think he's a great fighter. The young, 20 years, yeah?
20.
Yeah, 20 years. I think Itauma have big...
Former world champion Amir Khan has also spoken highly of Moses Itauma, saying the young heavyweight clearly has a promising future ahead of him. Khan noted that despite his young age, Itauma looks fearless when stepping into the ring against older and more experienced opponents. He added that while Itauma is still developing, his willingness to challenge established fighters already separates him from many prospects and reflects the kind of mindset needed to succeed at the high
That one punch away from getting hurt. So big respect to Itauma. I mean, he knew that he can get him out and he got him out straight away. I mean, I think no one expected it to finish that quick.
Speed kills, as you know.
Speed kills, and he had but not only the speed, he had the power with that, and the accuracy was on point. But I think it just shows how strong Itauma is and how powerful he is. He is a big threat in heavyweight boxing.
Do you know what's frightening?
What?
He's 20 years old.
Nothing that, bro. That's baby. He's a baby in the sport still, and he's only gonna get bigger, stronger, and he's gonna mature. So you know what? I think he's got a bright future in front of him. I'm sure he's gonna keep on training hard, working hard, and yeah, man. I think he's got a great future ahead of him, man. I can't wait to see him again.
Moses Itauma's coach and training team have emphasized the young heavyweight's deep dedication to mastering the sport, both physically and mentally. Itauma doesn't view boxing as simple punch exchanges. Instead, he studies how legendary fighters operate, often watching classic fights and analyzing elite techniques. By focusing on movement, timing, and strategy, he continues to develop a deeper understanding of the sport that goes beyond routine training, showing a level of discipline and focus rarely seen at just 21 years old.
I think probably the biggest comparison I would say is how Mike Tyson loved the game, would always study fighters of the past, etc. Moses has that same love for it.
Does he?
Yeah, like we'll send him his sparring at 2 a.m. He'll be texting us clips like, is this more what you want?
He's a student.
Yeah, he absolutely loves it. And that's that, along with his maturity at his age.
Very composed, isn't he? Very composed. Yeah.
That is what is allowing him to achieve what he's achieving at such a young age.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of talented fighters out there, but not many that
can execute it on the back of it. Yeah.
His coach also revealed that even in brutal winter temperatures reaching nearly -15 degrees centigrade, Moses refused to skip a single run. He continued pushing through intense 1,000-meter hill sprints without hesitation. That type of dedication often separates future champions from ordinary contenders. While many athletes might slow down or rest in such conditions, Moses chose to train even harder, displaying...
I think this was Christmas Eve or something like that. At the time, I didn't have my running shoes. I wore my uncle's trainers and I didn't really have no running clothes, and I wore his work clothes. Yeah, it's quite hard because it's also like 1,000 meter altitude, which makes it even harder with the snow, the altitude. And I actually slipped on this run as well because it's icy.
It's very honest of you to say. And what temperature would you say this was?
I think it was like -15.
Boxing analysts have been extremely impressed with Moses Itauma's rapid rise, describing him as more than just another talented prospect. Many now see him as a genuine future star of British boxing. After his latest knockout victory, commentators pointed out that at only 21 years old he is already demonstrating the speed, precision, and ring intelligence that many fighters only develop later in their careers, suggesting that a world title opportunity could come sooner than expected.
To where he's going to get to. All of those guys are their own characters. Moses was recently presenting an award at the MOBO Awards. I think the PR stuff is really coming on very well. We've got to remember he is just 20 years old. What was Anthony Joshua doing at 20 years old? You know, what was Tyson Fury doing at 20 years old? I don't think he was necessarily holding court at presses like that or going on Graham Norton. This is a young man with a long career. He's going to win a lot of belts and he's going to make a lot of noise, and I think he's doing brilliant.
Legendary trainer Teddy Atlas offered a thoughtful and balanced opinion on Moses Itauma's progress. While recognizing the enormous potential, Atlas also stressed the importance of continued development. According to him, raw power alone will not be enough at the highest level. Moses must continue facing stronger opponents, gaining experience, and refining both his technical skills and mental discipline. Atlas believes that if he stays focused and patient, he has the ability to reach the very top of the heavyweight division.
Concentrate on his career. Concentrate on what you're doing, forming him, developing him as the best fighter he can be. Not just a puncher, but a complete fighter. Not just a meteor across the sky that's streaking right now, but a planet. Someone with staying power, someone that can have longevity, with substance, and that comes with experience.
that comes with fighting better guys. It's time to start now. You got everyone's attention. Now you got to start fighting the kind of guys that will make you that planet. That when your day comes, when the moment comes, and it's coming, but when it comes, you'll be ready. The most important questions are for the fighter himself. Can he depend on himself? Do I belong? When I get to that next level, can I feel sure that I belong, that I'm ready, that I can sniff that rarefied air and I won't faint from it? You know, that's a big part of developing a fighter, that the fighter knows that they can depend on themselves, that they're ready for the moments that are coming. And that only comes from fighting increasingly better. You do it the right way, you do it properly. You don't do it in a rush. You don't do it where you make mistakes, but you gradually increase the competition with durable guys. I like to do it with durable guys who if you do falter a little bit, they're not big punch.
Boxing analyst Spencer Oliver has suggested that fans have only seen a small glimpse of how dangerous Moses Itauma could become. Oliver often highlights Itauma's explosive speed, natural power, and athletic ability as qualities that make him a serious presence in the heavyweight division. However, he believes the real test will come against experienced fighters such as Dillian Whyte, a matchup that could reveal whether Itauma is already ready for elite competition.
Oh, it's a massive step up, but every time the kid steps up, look, we're talking about someone here who I believe is a super talent, not if he wins a world heavyweight title, but when he wins a world heavyweight title. And fortunately for Moses Itauma, he has the right man behind him in Frank Warren, because he knows how to guide the careers and take the right fights at the right time. And they feel that this is the right timing now for Dillian Whyte, who's not looked particularly good in his last couple of fights, but we know that he's heavy-handed and we know that he'll come and give it everything, because he knows it's last chance saloon for him. He needs the victory here. So, look, we find out just how good Moses Itauma is, I think, on the 16th of August when he boxes Dillian Whyte, because I think he wins it and wins it in style. But everyone they put in front of him so far is just dismantled. I think this kid's going to go on and win a world title, and it could be as soon as 12 months.
It was part of the game plan. I stuck to the game plan and it just happened. Like I said, we've drilled something for so long. And like I said, I'd rather be 100% mentally and only 80% or 70% physically than the other way around. Mind games. Mind games. So we've come, like we're here, isn't it? We're here. I don't know what to say, honestly. I'm appreciative. Like I said, when obviously my mum decided to obviously come to the UK. And like there was a period of time I stopped boxing. I realized that my mum made so many sacrifices. Like I've got to follow through with this.